What's up, everybody? Willie the Bam Johnson. I'm here in the studio, man. Been up since, honestly, 1 o'clock. I'm so committed to trying to do what I need to do for the sake of empowering the next generation that I know sometimes I rub people wrong. And the reason why is because I know what it's like not to have. I know the responsibilities that I have on my shoulder. My mind is constantly rolling, and my wife, I'm glad she supports my madness, and my kids see what their dad do, because this is what I do. See that? That's movie scripts. I don't just come off the top of my head with things that I do. Those are movie scripts that me and my daughter put together, and we're currently working on in productions. These are notes for a documentary for me and my wife, something that's really going to give people a chance to see what my wife is doing and her story. Here's another pile over here of materials that I'm working on that's based upon historical information for something else that we're working on. And then guess what? The whole madness component, that's all the stuff that I have to work on. So whenever I pull out my schedule that's laid out from the time I get up, it's time to get busy. Then when my mind goes, what I do to stay on planning my work and working my plan, I go and I pull out DVDs that allow me to get into the psychic of what I want to accomplish. So this whole stack of DVDs right here, those DVDs are based upon a current project that I'm doing where I got to put together to make sense and bring together two stories. Oh, by the way, up here, take you on this little journey. That's, of course, that's all the WMAC Master stuff that keeps me motivated. My Robert Wallace. I went out so I can really make my work move a little faster. This is my new little tape recorder, old school, where I can go on the mic and record stuff to help people understand my writing a little bit more. And then up there, see that? In Chinese, that spells Fuya. So, and then when my music is going and my instructional DVDs are going, I got them all right here. And my spiritual mentor, Master Billy Blanks, got his DVDs right on hand. You know what's so interesting? I'll never get rid of anything. This is NAPMA DVDs, when it used to be a NAPMA. Anybody remember all that? And of course, we got black and blue DVDs. Anybody remember those? So I even got the Gracie stuff here. So I understand what I'm doing. When I was a little kid, 6 years old, struggling and stealing magazines and stealing books, I wanted to be able to do what I'm doing right now. And the goal is not for me to be famous. It's to make an impact for the next generation. It's to truly tell a story that will impact and change lives. And of course, these are books over here. Okay? So I don't care what nobody tell you, what anybody don't believe. I'm going to do what I have to do. That's what's different. As long as I never pick up a drug or a drink or live the way I used to live, I'm going to do what I have to do because I understand why God saved me. So even when I look over here, you see this big little case? These are all the projects that we did complete. So every little book that started with an idea, it actually got printed. See, I'm all about work. My wife and my kids will tell you, I'm all about work. And then guess what? To have a reference point, these are my books. So that's the library. That's the library of books. They go all the way down. My wife will tell you that. And then once again, for the movie component, the list goes on and on. It goes all the way back there. So I'm saying to anybody out there, man, I'm committed. I know what it's like not to have. I have no time to play around. I have cameras. I have everything it takes. I have every weapon. Yep. We got the podcast. See that? We got every camera you need to set up and film. We even got the old cameras down there. But if you're going to travel the world and you're going to really be serious about what you do, I'm committed. I have no choice. If all else fails and I got to do it myself, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it myself because that's how I got into this. There's nobody else that's going to be there. And the greatest thing we can all do is come together, unite, so we can serve a better purpose and a bigger purpose. But I still remember what it was like, that little childhood, that little childish kid, 6 years old, wanting to get out the negativity. And I understand what it was like to be able to be locked up and know that I want to dream and I want to manifest things. All I'm trying to do is connect with people that understand, look, this is about doing God's work. It's about impacting our communities. Most importantly, it's about taking care of our families and making sure our kids, grandkids can live a level of wealth far beyond our wildest dreams. And then it's about making sure we impact that in the community. And then it affects our business and it affects our legacy of what we're trying to do to empower people. I don't get up because I have to. I get up at 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning because I want to. I feel a pull, a desire inside my heart and my spirit. You know, because of the negative things of other people's doubts, sometimes it makes the journey hard, but I can't quit. I got too much that I got to live for each and every day. So when I'm looking around, I will never just do anything without a plan. I plan my work and I work my plan. And I showed you, here's my calendar. Guess what? That's in. Already started working on it. See that? Already start building on that for well into next year. So the whole 12 months of what my focus is and what me and my wife come together to understand, well, this is how I'm going to do it. This is how you're going to do it. Let's meet in the middle and find out what delivers the message and stays true to our purpose and our why. How does it affect our family to allow our kids and our family to continue to live a life of prosperity? How does it serve our students and our community? How does it impact our business? And how do it allow us to live a peaceful, harmonious, loving, and caring life while sitting back and enjoying the things that we done worked hard for? So I don't know what other people do. Mr. Kokinas taught me a long time ago, plan your work, work your plan. You put it out, you plan it out a month in, 12 months in advance. You take 3 months, before the event even comes out, and you keep on promoting and pushing. And then guess what? It will manifest. But it ain't just something that comes off the top of your head. Maybe most people do that. I don't do that. I got notes everywhere. I can show you. Look, I got everything's in notes. See that? Everything's in writing. I'm not just going to come up with stuff. I can show you, I never leave the house with one of these. You see this? Notes, everything. So even though I don't come back, when I do come back to it, I realize that, whoa, okay, let me revisit this because this is how I wrote it out when it was in my mind. Hey, guess what? I even got old WMAC Master call sheets. See that? So I'm saying to anybody out there, if you really want it, are you committed, as Steve LaValle would say? Or are you interested? Are you just dreaming or are you living? Are you walking or are you being? During this time when everything is so negative and people ready to quit, I can't quit, man. I know what it's like not to have. And I can never let my kids, my family, or anybody in my presence experience that.